Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's microphone is some Gorilla Wood glue. Yes. Okay, so ow, just like banged my teeth. Hey, don't do that with your microphone. Just so you know, it doesn't feel good. Okay, especially without my Invisalign tray and got my sensitive teeth. Anyways, I hope you can hear me okay. Sometimes my microphones don't work as well as others, and try not to be distracted by my beautiful fireplace, okay? Just try to focus on me. I know that's very, attractive to look at. Better than me, but whatever. So, I'm in my Menards outfit still. I've got my old school blue polo and my jacket that I did not buy. My sister worked with me at Menards for a little bit and she gave me her jacket. So I was like, sweet, I don't gotta buy one. I really was against buying Menards stuff because I was like, I'm only gonna be here for 1 year. And then the 1 year turned into another year and then another year and then another year. And I was like, I'm not gonna invest in something that I'm not gonna stay at. And here we are, March 31st, 2022. Guess when I got hired? March 28th, 2011. Yeah. So it's been 11 years and it's going great. And I have never bought anything from their website because I kept thinking I was leaving. Sorry, John Menard, to disappoint you. But I always thought it was going to be temporary. And then it turned into another year and another year and it just kept on going. So tonight this is a video of celebrating my decade-long career of Menardville, and that's fine because I told my husband he is my favorite thing I've ever got at Menards by far. He saved me the most money, saved me the most stress, gave me the most love. He's my favorite thing I've ever gotten at Menards. So just that's a side note, but yes, my journey at Menards has been interesting, to say the least. I have many stories, some quite traumatizing, to say the least, and some are funny, and some are sad, some are happy, some are I had the greatest friendships at Menards that got me through the worst of times, I mean, a decade is a long time, plus another year, 11 years. It's a long time of my life. I mean, I started there when I was a college student thinking this is my side job to get me through school, and then I was going to be an x-ray tech. Did that happen? No. Why didn't that happen? Because there was a 3-year waiting list, and during that 3 years I got married, had 2 kids, and never got a call back to be like, hey, your program's starting. And even if I did, I had a very abusive husband that was like, you ain't going nowhere, and you are not doing school, and you're too dumb. I don't know why I believed him, but I did, and so I stayed, and I was like, you're right, I just can't do anything. I still kind of think I can't do anything sometimes, but then I'm like, nah, I'm good at this and that, and stuff that doesn't really make me money, but I am good at stuff. So, yeah, so anyways, yeah, I got hired at Menards in 2011, then got married. We'll just pretend that went well. And had 2 beautiful girls. But in the 6 months, the first 6 months that I got hired, I was promoted because they really liked me for some reason. And I was like, sweet, thank you for the promotion. But then having 2 kids, I demoted myself and I was like, I'll just be part-time, blah blah. And then I just kept sticking with it because my ex had different jobs every couple of months, and so I was like, no, I gotta stick with this job to be stable, pay my bills, my bills get paid. And then, yeah, and then 5 years later, I had to go through a very wonderful breakup that was not dramatic at all and didn't cause me any stress at all. So that's where a lot of my Menards friends and Menards people really came into play, because they were a huge support system and just really had my back and totally supported me, even though I was coming and crying at work all the time, and it's super unprofessional, but we survived, and I couldn't have done it without all my Menards people. And yeah, I had so many great guests that would just sit there and listen to me on my bad, terrible days, that they could tell I was falling apart. Everything I was scanning, I was about to cry, and the whole world was on my chest. And then then yeah, I had like a single phase where I was kind of single and living it up, celebrating my singleness. And then I met my husband, my current husband, my favorite husband, my one and only. And he's awesome. And now that's going very well. And now life in general is just going so much better. So it's like, why leave Menards? So many good things have come of it. Like what if I would have quit 5 years ago? I never would have met my husband, and that would have been really sad. So it's like, yeah. And then we survived COVID through like being at Menards. And I wanted to quit so badly the last 2 years because of COVID. And I figured, I kind of expired at that place. Like everyone else was like 10 years younger than me, and I'm like, dude, I'm an old lady, and I don't want to be an old lady still at Menards all this time, But then I'm thinking, well, now I am old, and now I'm married, I'm like settling down, and it's like, well, what's wrong with Menards? Like, why not just stay there? It's kind of like everyone goes there when they're teenagers, because it's like, oh, it's my first job, and I'm a teenager, and I gotta get through high school, and then they come back around like decades later. Everyone that retired joins Menards team because it's like, hey, it works great with my schedule. It's not super hard, So I don't know. Maybe I'll just stay there forever. Who knows? But yeah, it's been real. It's been a long 11 years, and I can't believe I'm still there. Life just happens, Like one day you're 19, and the next you're 32, and you're just like, where did the time go? I can't even believe it. And it's just crazy, like, all the things that have happened from the time I got hired. And this is why I'm making the video, because, like, my anniversary of 11 years just passed, and, like, I really wanted to go out and celebrate it somehow, or get together, or, I don't know, celebrate it, but it came and went really fast. And it was, like, on a Monday, and, school, kids, and all that stuff. I didn't really get to do anything, so I guess this is it. This is me celebrating, so cheers to all my Menards friends and basically family that I have grown up with over the last 11 years. Cheers to you. This is probably from Menards. I don't really know. Could be from Walmart, but whatever. We sell it. So, yeah, it's been real. Thank you for providing a husband for me and for all those gifts that I get on birthdays and on all the holidays. John Menard always sends us something, which is really fantastic. It's great. And I always joke around about, like, he's the man that will never forget a holiday. Like, the only man that will never forget a gift. Because he is on point with that. And they might be silly, like a little toy truck or some gloves that I'll never wear. But actually, I do wear the last ones he sent. I definitely wear those, especially since I've been, like, moving and cleaning houses and all that crap. So, yeah. What else could I say about my 11 years? I do want to do a video to try to remember as many names as possible. Like, see who all I can remember over these so many years. Because there are, like, it's not like I've worked with the same team for 11 years. It's been, like, a revolving door of so many different team members that I would be curious to see how many names I actually know. And I am sad to say that I don't know all the guest names. Like, I wish I was better about names so that I could actually know who I was talking to, but no, I only know their faces. So if they were like, I don't know, if I were to actually, like, list all the people that I know from Menards, like my regulars that come in and I see them all the time and I know their face, I would never know their actual names, and that's so sad. Like, there's not really a reason for me to know their names. Like, we don't introduce ourselves while I'm working. Like, that would be weird, unless they were, like, asking me out, and that would be cool only if I was single, but I'm not single, so, and I wasn't always single all those years, so, like, there wasn't really a reason to, like, they would know my name because I always wore a badge, but I didn't know their names, and that's kind of awkward. So then it was like, man, I have known some people for 11 years, and I know I've said 11, like, a lot, but I'm happy that I've made it so far. And I don't know all their names, and it's, like, kind of sad. So once in a while, I'll try to be like, and what was your name again? Then it's awkward after I've known you for that long. It's like, should I really ask what your name is? They probably think I know, but I don't have a reason to know. The only reason why I'd ever know is if I ask them for their driver's license to do, like, a no receipt return. And just a side note, no one in all my years has ever thought it racist or ever made a complaint that I asked for their driver's license. just a side note. I know that's like not the topic at hand, but no one's ever complained. And I have to ask for driver's license all the time. No one's ever complained about it. I think I've had one person in all those years be like, what do you use it for? And I was like, don't worry, we don't do anything shady as far as I know. Just scan it, and it tracks how many returns you do to see if you get on the naughty list. And that's kind of how I explain it in a nice, sort of weird way. It's like, if you're on the naughty list, I can't do any more, but if you're not on the naughty list, I can do more returns with your driver's license. But yeah, that was just a side note that nobody cares about using their driver's license, okay? It's not a big deal, so all the political people can just shut their butts, okay? Anyways, that has nothing to do with Menards, but just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, let's see, what else? Yeah, so someday I will try to list as many people as I know. Maybe in the next video, maybe tomorrow or this weekend or something. I will try to name as many people as I can remember that I've worked with at Menards. That's gonna be a lot of people. A lot of people that like were good and bad, and some I had nightmares about for a long time because I worked with them and they were pretty traumatizing, and they were like not that great, but I feel bad because it's like we were bonded, and you know, I empathize and like sympathize with that person, but they also were like kind of terrible. So I probably won't mention their name, but like everyone will know who we're talking about, because apparently they leave a legacy behind. Because I've had a lot of bosses and a lot of co-workers, and some that I could really make fun of, and I really kind of wanna. But all that in another video. So anyways, all that to say, cheers to my 11 years at Menards. Thank you to all my coworkers who were more like family than coworkers. I appreciate every moment that I could have this job, appreciate every bill I paid with this job, appreciate that this job stuck with me, and it was my one constant, like my staple of all the craziness that I've lived through in this whole time of my life. From teenagehood to I'm getting so old adulthood, that it's just been with me this whole time, this constant thing that I could depend on, that I could count on. Every time I went to work, it would be there, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all my bosses for working with me in my crazy schedule, or changing it again because life threw another wrench in it, and yeah, I appreciate everything, and I'm thankful for Menards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Cheers to 11 years. Bye. I wanted to tell you my favorite thing I've ever gotten at Menards was you. That's all. Is that your favorite thing you've ever gotten at Menards? Mm-hmm. Your enthusiasm.